If you're watching this video, understand that this moment is no accident. There are times in life when everything aligns in a way that feels intentional. Maybe you were drawn here for a reason. Whether you realize it or not, the universe has a way of sending subtle messages, and if you've landed on this video, it's possible that the universe is trying to get your attention. Life is full of moments where everything seems random, but what if those random moments are actually pieces of a bigger puzzle? Maybe you've experienced days when something unexpected happened, an encounter, a conversation, or a decision that later turned out to be pivotal. It didn't make sense at the time, but later you realized it was part of a larger plan. We often rush through life, eager for answers, constantly moving from one task to the next. In doing so, we overlook the signs, the nudges, the signals. But what if right now this is one of those moments? A moment where you're meant to pay attention not just to this video, but to everything that's been happening around you lately. People tend to dismiss those subtle cues, writing them off as coincidences. But what if coincidences don't exist? What if the very act of you being here at this moment is part of a series of connected events? Maybe the universe doesn't shout its intentions. Maybe it speaks softly, and only those who are paying attention truly hear what it's saying. Think about the life you've lived so far. All the decisions, big and small, that have led you to this exact point. You might think those choices were entirely yours, that you had complete control over every decision. But have you ever stopped to consider the possibility that something larger was guiding you all along? Many of us think that we're the sole architects of our lives. We believe that the outcomes we experience, whether good or bad, are a direct result of the choices we make. But life is far more complex than that. Every choice you've made, every path you've walked, has been influenced by countless factors, some of which are beyond your control. And if we take that a step further, perhaps there's an unseen force weaving all those threads together. There's a common saying, everything happens for a reason. It's a cliche, but it's also true. The universe operates in ways that we can't always comprehend. You may feel lost or uncertain at times, and it's easy to think that life is just a series of random events. But every experience, whether it's a challenge or a victory, is there for a purpose. Even when you don't understand it in the moment, those experiences are shaping you, preparing you for something greater. Have you ever wondered why certain people come into your life when they do? Or why certain opportunities show up seemingly out of nowhere? These aren't just lucky breaks. They're signs, orchestrations from the universe, aligning circumstances in ways you might not fully grasp. You might think back to a tough period in your life, a time when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you were struggling, feeling like you were stuck in place or that nothing was working out. But then, months or even years later, you look back and realize that those moments of hardship were necessary. They taught you something. They made you stronger. And in many ways, they directed you toward where you are today. In the grand scheme of things, the universe doesn't give us what we want when we want it. It gives us what we need when we're ready for it. That's a difficult concept to accept because we live in a world where we're conditioned to expect instant results. We want everything now, whether it's success, clarity, or happiness. But the universe works on its own timeline, not ours. When you're facing a challenge or an obstacle, it can feel like the universe is working against you. But what if the opposite is true? What if those challenges are actually gifts in disguise, What if they're exactly what you need in order to grow and become the person you're meant to be? Maybe you've noticed that after every major challenge, there's always a shift. You come out of it stronger, wiser, more resilient. That's not a coincidence. That's the universe pushing you forward, helping you evolve. Sometimes the things we think are setbacks are actually setups for something much bigger. Have you ever had a door close, only to find that another one opens? It might not happen right away, and it might not be the door you expected, but eventually another opportunity presents itself. That's the beauty of how the universe works. When one path ends, it's often because there's another, better path waiting for you. The universe is constantly moving pieces into place, but it requires patience and trust. You won't always have the answers, and that's okay. Part of the journey is learning to trust that everything is happening exactly as it should, even when it doesn't feel like it. Trusting the process is one of the hardest things to do, especially when things aren't going the way you hoped. But it's also one of the most rewarding lessons you'll ever learn. You've been chosen, not in the sense that you're more special than anyone else, but in the sense that the universe is giving you an opportunity to see the bigger picture. It's offering you a chance to step back and realize that everything you've been through, everything you're going through, is part of a much larger plan. So why are you here? What's the message the universe is trying to send you? That's something only you can answer. But one thing is certain. You're here for a reason. Whether you're seeking clarity, guidance, or simply a reminder that everything will be okay, the fact that you found yourself watching this video is no coincidence. It's part of the larger story of your life, one that's still unfolding. Have you ever noticed how sometimes life seems to speak to you in strange ways? Maybe it's a random encounter with someone who says exactly what you needed to hear. Or maybe it's a book you randomly pick up and, in its pages, you find answers to questions you've been asking. These aren't just accidents. These are the universe's way of guiding you, even when you're not aware of it. The universe communicates through signs, but those signs aren't always obvious. They require you to pay attention. Sometimes they come in the form of numbers you keep seeing, like 1111 or 333. Other times they come through gut feelings or dreams. But whatever form they take, they're always there waiting for you to notice. We live in a world that values speed. We want everything fast, answers, results, success. But the universe doesn't operate on the same timeline we do. It's not in a hurry, and sometimes that can be frustrating. You might feel like you're stuck, like nothing is happening. But in reality, things are moving behind the scenes in ways you can't see. Patience is key when it comes to understanding the universe's plan for you. It's not about waiting passively. It's about trusting that everything will happen when the time is right. It's about knowing that even when things feel slow or stagnant, progress is still being made. No one enjoys going through difficult times, but they're often the moments that shape us the most. The universe doesn't send challenges to punish us. It sends them to teach us. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, and to learn something new about ourselves. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go your way, but what if those moments are exactly what you need? What if they're helping you become the person you're meant to be? The universe knows what you're capable of, even when you don't, and it will push you toward your potential. We all want to control our lives. We make plans, set goals, and expect things to go a certain way. But the universe has its own plan, and it doesn't always match up with ours. Learning to let go of control doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that things will unfold as they're meant to. When you let go of the need to control everything, you allow space for the universe to work its magic. You stop fighting against the current and start flowing with it, trusting that even when things don't go according to your plan, they're still moving in the right direction. The present moment is where life truly happens. Often, we get caught up in the future, worrying about what might happen, or in the past, replaying moments that we wish we could change. But the present is where the universe communicates with you. Right now, at this very moment, there are signals all around you, waiting for you to notice. These signals may not be grand or overwhelming. Instead, they may come in the form of a fleeting thought, a passing comment, or a feeling in your gut that you can't quite shake. When you live fully in the present, you begin to notice the small but significant details that usually pass you by. You start to understand that every moment carries potential, and that potential is always guiding you. Whether you're sitting quietly alone or in the middle of a busy crowd, the universe is constantly speaking to you. You just need to be still enough to hear it. Being present allows you to align yourself with the flow of life rather than resist it. It's in these moments of stillness that the answers you seek become clearer. Too often, we allow distractions to pull us away from the present. Technology, stress, and endless to-do lists take us out of the here and now, blinding us to the messages the universe is trying to send. But when you bring your awareness back to the present, you create space for insight and clarity. You give yourself the chance to connect to the universe in a deeper, more meaningful way. Start paying attention to what's happening around you right now, and you'll begin to see how every moment holds the possibility for something profound. The unknown can feel terrifying. As humans, we crave certainty, control, and a clear path forward. But the universe doesn't always give us a map. Sometimes it leads us into uncharted territory where the destination isn't immediately visible. This is where the real test lies. Can you trust the process even when you can't see the outcome? Can you move forward despite your fear of the unknown? Stepping into the unknown is an act of courage. It requires you to release your expectations and surrender to the journey, trusting that the universe is guiding you even when the path feels unclear. When you face the unknown, you're being asked to grow, to expand beyond what you know and what feels comfortable. It's in these moments of uncertainty that life opens up in ways you never imagined, offering you opportunities for growth, transformation, and self-discovery. Every great achievement, every life-changing moment begins with a step into the unknown. It's a leap of faith, but the universe is there to catch you. When you accept uncertainty, you allow the universe to reveal new possibilities, new directions, and new experiences that you never could have planned for yourself. It's in the unknown where the magic happens, where life surprises you in the most extraordinary ways. By facing the unknown, you unlock potential that was always there, waiting for you to be brave enough to take that step. Your journey is unlike anyone else's. While it's tempting to compare yourself to others to measure your progress against the achievements or milestones of those around you, doing so only takes you further from the truth of your own path. The universe has designed a unique course for each person, and yours is meant to unfold in a way that's specific to your experiences, your challenges, and your growth. There's incredible power in recognizing that your path is your own. It's shaped by the choices you make, the lessons you learn, and the moments that challenge you. Others may walk beside you for a time, offering guidance or support, but no one else can take the steps for you. The universe is constantly placing opportunities and experiences in your life to help you evolve. It's up to you to recognize them and to honor the road you're meant to walk, even if it looks different from everyone else's. When you stop comparing and start trusting your own journey, you'll notice how perfectly things fall into place. The obstacles you face become stepping stones, and the detours turn into new, unexpected opportunities. Trust that your path is leading you exactly where you're meant to go, even if it doesn't always make sense at the moment. The universe has chosen you for a specific reason, and your journey is unfolding just as it should. All you need to do is walk it. So now that you've listened to this message, what comes next? How will you take what you've learned and apply it to your life? The universe is always guiding you, always sending you the messages you need to hear. The question is, are you willing to listen? If you've resonated with this message, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights into the mysteries of the universe. Stay tuned because the journey is only just beginning.